Hey, this is GMXG5 and today I'm going to bring you a review of the Canon Powershot Elph 300HS. Now this is an amazingly small camera with an amazingly big punch. Now as you can see on the back here, it's just talking about the operating systems that need to probably run the software inside the box like it comes with all cameras. This is the contents of the camera, which is the digital camera, wrist strap, battery charger, battery pack, AV cable, interface cable, software, which is the CD-ROM, so I was right, and the memory card is not included. Don't worry, I've got one right here, but if you don't, you should probably go pick one up, which is basically just a normal SD card, as you can see right here. Just normal. I got an 8 gig. You might want to get a higher. This is a class 4, and I don't know how well that will run. Anyway, as you can see here, it's a pretty small camera. In reality, it's about the palm of my hand here. And as you can see, it's actually pretty small. So this camera costed me about $150. I picked one up at Best Buy earlier today. They have really good cameras for a really good price. So I'd consider if you're going to get a camera, you might want to head down to Best Buy. Anyway, specs about this camera. This camera is 12 megapixels with a 24mm wide lens, as you can see here, and it also says in small print right there. See right there? Print right there. And it's got a 5x zoom, and I probably won't be using that, so it's not really important to me. Anyway, let's open it up. So first, you got this piece. Just take that off and pull up. That's all you got to do. So when we open it, we get this, which is something to do with warranties and stuff and what's not. I'm just gonna put that off to the side. And we got the manual here. It says the ISIS 22HS. That's my only guess on how to say that. But in the very small print it says Elph 300HS. So I'm going to put that off to the side, along with this actually. And here is the software. This is for Mac and Windows, on Windows 7, Vista, and XP, and on Mac OS 5 or OS X5, OS X6, which is Snow Leopard and Leopard, I believe. So just for those who don't know the numbers. Anyway, there's the camera. I'm gonna open that in a minute. And let's see what else we got in here. We got a piece of cardboard. It's always good. And we also got a cable. This is the same basic cable that you'll find with your GoPro, so it uses the same cable. So that's really convenient for me, so I don't have to go find a second cable. So, as I already said, this is a pretty decent camera, pretty decent, just like cost and everything, so that's all good. And it was, I'm guessing it's a wise investment. It shoots in 1080p HD, which is really amazing. Anyway, well, I'm not talking about the camera right now. This is the charger, as you guys may be wondering what I was holding. Just bring it back, plug it into a wall. Normal standard US charger. It might look a little different if it were coming from a different state. I mean, different country, that is. Anyway, my gas light is green, it's charging, or it's done charging, whatever. I don't know the colors in here. Haven't ever plugged one in. It's got a nice sanded plastic feel on here, but it's glossy on the inside, and that's nice. I like the addition to that. So I'm just gonna put that over here. I'm just gonna move these cables to the side. Next, we got a composite cable. This hooks up to any normal TV, and probably a lot of HD TVs, just in a lower quality. Anyway, everybody knows about that. Here is the battery. So this is the battery. You take this off, and you plug that into your camera. Anyway, I'm just gonna put that right above my camera. And last piece. This is basically the wrist strap that you put on so you don't drop your camera. I am going to use this. So, it's basically the entire box. And I'm just going to put the stuff that I'm not using back inside the box. So, that would include the other piece of cardboard, these cables here, and more cables, and the software installations, and pieces of paper, and ads, and whatnot. More whatnot for your whatnot. Anyway, all going back inside the box, and that should, well, that's a little cramped in there. I don't want to pack this in a completely wrong way, destroying my box, because I like to keep my boxes nice. Anyway, so I'm just going to close this back off, and there we go. As you can see here, it's a nice little blue box, nothing wrong with that. And there we go. I'm just going to close this off one more time and put it off to the side. So there we go. Now, to move on to the camera. This is going to go on top, lanyard, or wrist strap, and another piece of plastic. Anyway, these are the three things we're going to be looking at. So, first off, let's take a look at the camera. And the camera comes in a styrofoam casing. So, this is the camera. As I said, it's about the palm of my hand, which is actually really cool. It's got a glossy screen, nice and glossy, as you can see here. You can see the reflection, just very slightly. Anyway, there is the menu button, the playback button, the flash, the macro, the autos, there's the dedicated recording button, focus button on top, and this is the lens focus as well. This is also for just like zooming in and out, on and off button, where you put your lanyard through. On the side here, you've got your HDMI inputs and composite input right there. That's all nice and well. And in order to plug it into a computer, I believe it's also on the same side, if I'm not mistaken. So you just peel this back, and yep, it's not there. It's possibly the same input as this, but I'm not quite sure. That's actually a really smart design if it went that way. Anyway, let's just take a look at the bottom of the camera here. So this camera uses SD cards, which is pretty good. Most people use SD cards for their cameras, and it pops open just like that. Now let me get my SD card. So basically, you just put it upside down, pop that open by taking it, pushing it up and out. And then you place the SD card inside like this. Once it's in there, you can just like use a spring power to push it back out. And now that we've got that out of the way, let's put in the battery. Now I had trouble figuring out how to do this in like demonstrations that I saw. And basically, you press up on this little piece right here, orange brown piece, and in it goes. I put it in wrong, but you want to put it in like that, and just push back down. And as you can see on the bottom here, this is the female screw for the tripod, so you can mount this onto a tripod and it'll work just fine. Anyway, you guys are probably bored out of your mind, and I want to show you a test of this camera. So I'm going to test out this Canon, and I'll be doing that in about 3 seconds. And there we go.
Hey, you got any explosives for sale?
As a matter of fact, I do. So would you like to afford this grenade? It costs $30. And all you do is pull the pin like that and wait a couple seconds and throw it. It eliminates any ghoul of your problem. And it's a very cheap price. $30.
Well, do you accept bottle caps?
Get out of my store. Works every time. Hey, this is Jimmy XG5, just reminding you that if you liked this video and it was helpful to you in any way, click that subscribe button down there. It really helps us out. Anyway, that little skit that you saw there at the end of the video that was the test footage was actually a skit for our video called WTF Ideas. If you want to check that out, it's not out yet, sorry about that. Or it will be out by the time this video is out. Anyway, that's for our channel 2-Bit Cinema, and you can go check down a link for that in the description below. And don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe.